Welcome to episode 1 of Into the Sports Den. In this episode, I'll be talking about Drew Brees and his decision to retire from the NFL, alongside the legacy he will be leaving behind. On Sunday, the franchise quarterback for the Saints retired after weeks of consideration. He made the move by posting a touching post which saw all of his kids sitting on a couch announcing their dad's retirement. In the caption of the post, he wrote down that after 20 years as a player in the NFL and 15 years as a Saint, it is time that I retire from the game of football. Each day I poured my heart and soul into being your quarterback till the very end. And I exhausted myself into giving everything I had to the Saints organization, my team, and the great city of New Orleans. That statement is honestly very true for Drew Brees. He spent 20 years in the league as a quarterback, with 15 of those years being spent as a New Orleans Saint. In his 20-year career, he won 13 Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP. To truly understand how great Drew Brees was, though, we have to go back in time. After his senior campaign at Purdue, Drew Brees was drafted with the first pick in the second round by the San Diego Chargers. Even though he didn't get his start until his second year in the league, he did end up leading the San Diego Chargers to their first playoff appearance in 8 seasons. One season later, however, he would suffer a dislocated shoulder that would later see him get cut from the team. In the 2006 offseason, he would be given another opportunity to play as a quarterback in the NFL again by the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. He ultimately decided to sign with the Saints because the city they play for, New Orleans, had recently gone through a terrible hurricane in Hurricane Katrina. Both Drew and his wife wanted to help rebuild the city of New Orleans from the ground up. It was around this time when the Saints also brought in a new head coach in Sean Payton, who helped mentor Drew Brees right away. With the Saints looking for a new identity, both Sean Payton and Drew Brees clicked, and their presence was felt right away. The duo would help lead New Orleans to a 10-6 record and a conference championship appearance where they would fall just short of a Super Bowl appearance to the Chicago Bears. Just 3 short seasons later, the Saints would see the most success they've ever had in franchise history, beating the Indianapolis Colts to win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Drew Brees would also win his first and only Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowl title. From there, the Saints would go on to make 7 more playoff appearances with Drew Brees at the starting quarterback position, but they would not make another Super Bowl appearance. In 15 seasons with the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees would go on to have a historic career, throwing for the most passing yards and pass completions in NFL history. He would also go on to become the only quarterback in NFL history to have 5,000 passing yard seasons. He would even go on to throw for 7 touchdowns in a single NFL game, which ties the NFL record for most touchdowns thrown in a single game. Shortly after Drew Brees announced his retirement, multiple athletes and journalists weighed in on how they felt about Drew Brees. On Twitter, former Saints wide receiver Marques Colston had to say that it was an honor and privilege to share the field with one of the best ever. Your competitive fire and daily commitment raised the expectations of everyone around you. Congrats on an incredible career and enjoy the next chapter. New Orleans columnist Jeff Duncan said that there will be another quarterback for the New Orleans Saints next year, but there will never be another like Drew Brees. Jeff is right. The Saints currently have 2 quarterbacks signed. The first option is Taysom Hill, who just signed a 1-year, $12 million contract. He has spent a bit more time than their second option, learning from Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and even having a little bit of starting time. Their second option is former Buccaneers quarterback Jameis Winston, who has just signed a 1-year, $5,500,000 contract. Jameis hasn't started in the league since 2019, when he last played for the Buccaneers. While Taysom and Jameis will be fighting for the starting quarterback position over the offseason, one thing certainly won't change. Drew Brees is and always will be a symbol of excellence and resilience for the city of New Orleans and the New Orleans Saints. He came to them when they were at their lowest and brought them to unprecedented success. And Saints fans and sports fans alike will miss him.